Hello students, welcome to our online class. I am Papumis from Rangans High School and College. Today we will discuss about voice chains, voice of imperative sentence. So first of all we know about what's the imperative sentence. What is the imperative sentence? Imperative sentence comes from sentence. Imperative sentence comes from sentence. Okay. So student, look at here. Here is the definition of imperative sentence. The sentence which expresses the sense of request, order, advice, prohibition, suggestion is called imperative sentence. The sentence which expresses the sense of request, order, advice, prohibition, suggestion is called imperative sentence. Here I give some example. Look at here, student. Go there. Go there. What's the sentence expression is? It's order. Okay. Go there. Then, please help me. Please help me. It's a request. It's a request. Then, don't go out. Don't go out. It's a prohibition or forbidden. Okay. It's prohibition or forbidden. Then, help the poor. Help the poor. It's advice. It advice. Let's dance together. Let's dance together is a suggestion or proposal. All of these sentences are imperative sentence. Okay, look at here, student. Go there is the order. Please help me. It's a request. Don't go out. It's a prohibition. Help the poor is advice. Let's dance together. It's a suggestion. The imperative sentence starts with verb 1, don't, never, late, please or kindly. Student, I repeat it again. Look at here. The imperative sentence or it starts with verb 1, then don't, then never, late, please or kindly. Look at here, student. Go there. Go there. Here go is the verb 1. Go is a verb 1. Then please help me. Please help me. This sentence starts with please. That's why it's imperative sentence. Don't go out. Don't go out. This sentence starts with don't. This sentence starts with don't. That's why it's imperative sentence. Help the poor. Help the poor. Help is a verb. Help is a verb 1. That's why it's imperative sentence. Let's dance together. Let's dance together. This sentence starts with let. This sentence starts with let. And this is an imperative sentence. It ends with full stop. In imperative sentence, there ends with full stop. So, imperative sentence is the identification point is when the sentence starts with verb 1, don't, never, late, please or kindly and the last of all full stop. That's why you identify its imperative sentence. I repeat it again, student, look at here. What's the imperative sentence? The sentence which expresses the sense of request, order, advice, prohibition, forbidden, suggestion or proposal. That's why it's called imperative sentence. Here I give some example. Go there. Go there is an order. Please help me. It's a request. Don't go out. It's a prohibition. Help the poor is advice. Let's dance together is a suggestion. It starts with verb 1, don't, never, late, please or kindly, and it ends with full stop. Then go to the next presentation. Look at here, student. If the sentence starts with verb 1, if the sentence starts with verb 1, then you have to use this structure. Okay. If the sentence starts with verb 1, then you have to use this structure. First of all, you write late, then object, then be, then you use verb 3 or past participle form. Okay. Late, then object, then be, then verb 3. I mean past participle form. Here I give some example. Look at here, student. Do the work. Do the work. This sentence starts with do. Do is a verb 1. Do is a verb 1. That's why you use here late. Then object, the work. Then you use be. Then verb 3. Do is a verb 1 and here you use verb 3. Then next rule, shut the door. Shut the door. Here I use late. Late. Then you use the door. It's object. Then be. Then shut. Verb 3. Here shut is a verb 1 and shut is verb 3 because shut, read, cut, there verb 1 and verb 2 and verb 3 is similar point. Okay. Cut, cut, cut. Cut, verb 1. Cut, verb 2. Cut, verb 3. Put, put, put. Put is a verb 1. Put is a verb 2 and put is verb 3. Read, read, read. Read verb 1. Then read verb 2 and read verb 3. Then shut. Shut, shut, shut. Okay. Shut is verb 1, then shut, verb 2 and shut 3. Shut, read, put, cut. They are verb 1, verb 2 and verb 3 is similar. Then obey your parents. Obey your parents. Here obey is a verb 1. That's why I use this structure. First of all, you write here late. Then object, your parents. Then you use be. Okay, and obey is a verb 1, but here you use verb 3, obeyed. It's obeyed, verb 3. Then next rule. Then next example, write the letter without any delay. Write the letter without any delay. Here, write is a verb 1, the letter is object, and without any delay is an extension. Student, listen to me. Here, write is a verb 1. Okay, the letter is object, and without any delay, it's an extension. So, here you use late. Then the object is only the letter. Okay, the letter is only object. Without any delay, it's an extension, not object. Without any delay, it's an extension, not object. This sentence, their object is the letter, only the letter. Then you use be. And write is a verb 1 and here use verb 3 is written. It's written. And last of all, I use here extension without any delay. Okay. Last of all, I use here the extension without any delay. So student, I repeat this page again. If the sentence start with verb 1, if the sentence start with the verb 1, that's why you use this structure. First of all, you write late, then object, then you use be, then verb 3, past participle form. Do the work. Its answer is let the work be done. Let, then object, then be, then verb 3. Shut the door. Let the door be shut. Here I use let, then the object, then be, and then verb 3. Obey your parents. Obey your parents. Here I use let, then the object is your parents, then be, then verb 3, obeyed. Write the letter without any delay. Here verb is write, the letter is object, and without any delay is extension. Then answer is let the letter be written without any delay. Okay? So student, go to the next row. Number 2. If the sentence starts with don't. If the sentence starts with don't or do not. Don't or do not. Then you have to use this structure. Let not, then object, then be, then verb 3. I mean past participle form. If the sentence starts with don't, then you have to use this structure. Let not, object, be, or verb 3. I mean past participle form. Here I give some examples, student. Look at here. Don't shut the door. Don't shut the door. And his answer is let not the door be shut. Let not the door be shut. Look at here, student. This sentence start with don't. This sentence start with don't. Don't, then verb 1 shut, and then object is the door. If the sentence start with don't, that's why you use this structure. First of all, you write let not. Then you use the door, object. Then be, then verb 3, shut. Look at here, student. This is another example. Don't play football at noon. Don't play football at noon. In this sentence, there the identification point is don't. Okay? Don't, then verb 1 is play, then object, football, and at noon is extension. Okay? At noon is extension. Its answer is let not. Let not, then object is football. Then you use here be. Then play is the verb 1, but here you use verb 3, played. And at noon is extension. That's why I use it in the last of the sentence. Okay. Don't play football at noon. Here the identifying point is don't. That's why I use this structure. First of all, I write let not. Then object football. Then I use be. Then verb 3 played. Play is a verb 1 and played is a verb 3. And at noon is an extension. Then another example. Student, look at here. Don't hate the poor. Don't hate the poor. Here the identifying point is don't. Here the identifying point is don't. Hate is the verb 1 and the poor is object. Its answer is let not. Then object the poor. Then be. Then verb 3 is hated. Is hated. Don't hate the poor. Its answer is let not the poor be hated. Don't disobey your parents. don't disobey your parents. And its answer is let not your parents be disobeyed. Disobey is a verb 1 and disobeyed is verb 3. Here I use be. Then your parents is an object and I use here let not instead of do not. Okay, I use here let not instead of do not. Student, I repeat it again. If the sentence starts with don't or do not, then you have to use this structure. Let not, then object, then be, then verb 3, I mean past participle form. Here I give some example. Look at here, student. Don't shut the door. Don't shut the door. Here I use the let not instead of don't or do not. Then I use the door. It's an object. Then be, then verb 3. Don't play football at noon. Here don't, then play is a verb 1. Then football is object and at noon is extension. Here I use let not instead of do not. Then football is an object. Then be. Then play is a verb 3 and at noon is extension. Don't hate the poor. Here I use let not the poor be hated. Here I use let not instead of do not. Then the object is the poor, then be, then hated is verb 3. Don't disobey your parents. Here I use let not your parents be disobeyed. Here I use let not instead of do not. Then I use object, then be, then disobeyed is the verb 3 form of disobey. Go to the next rule. Look at here, student. If the sentence starts with neighbor, if the sentence starts with neighbor, then you have to use this structure. Then you have to use this structure, let neighbor. First of all, you use let neighbor, then object, then be, then verb 3 is past participle form. Here I give some examples, student. Look at here. Never tell a lie. Never tell a lie. This sentence starts with neighbor. This sentence starts with neighbor. That's why you identify it's a imperative sentence. Okay, you identify it's a imperative sentence and its answer is let neighbor. Let neighbor a lie be told. Let neighbor a lie be told. Look at here, student. Here I use let neighbor. Then object is a lie. Then I use here be and tell is a verb 1, but here I use verb 3 told. Never waste your time. Never waste your time. If the sentence starts with never, that's why it's an imperative sentence. Never waste. Waste is a verb, verb 1. And your time is object. And its answer is let never your time be wasted. Let never your time be wasted. Here you use let never, then object your time, then you use be, and waste is the verb 1, but here you use wasted verb 3. Never disobey your teacher. Never disobey your teacher. Here, never is the identifying point of imperative sentence. And its answer is let neighbor. Let neighbor and object is your teacher. That's why I use here be, and disobey is the verb 3 form of disobey. Okay. So never disobey your teacher. Its answer is let never your teacher be disobeyed. Another example. Never disobey your elders. Never disobey your elders. Here the example is never disobey your elders and its answer is let never. Let never. Then object is your elders. Then I use here be and disobeyed is verb 3. Disobey is verb 1. Here disobeyed is verb 3. Disobey is verb 1. Disobeyed is verb 3. Waste is verb 1. But wasted is verb 3. Then tell is verb 1. Told is verb 3. So student, I repeat it again. Look at here. If the sentence starts with never, then you have to use this structure. First of all, you write let never. First of all, you write let never. Then object. Then be. Then you use verb 3. It's a past participle form. Here I give some example. Look at here, student. Never tell a lie. This sentence starts with never. This fourth sentence starts with never. Look at here. Number 1, number 2, number 3 and number 4. This fourth sentence starts with verb never. That's why you identify it's an imperative sentence. And you use this structure. First of all, you write here let never. Then object a lie. Then you use your be. Then you use verb 3. Okay, told. Never waste your time. Its answer is let never your time be wasted. Okay, let never, then object, then be, then verb 3. Never disobey your teacher. Here you use let never, then you use object your teacher, then be, then verb 3 disobeyed. Never disobey your elders. Here you use let never, then object is your elders, then be, then verb 3 is disobey. So student, today is the first class of voice imperative sentence. Okay, today we will discuss what's the imperative sentence. Okay, what's the identifying point of imperative sentence and 3 structure. First of all, if the sentence starts with verb 1, that's why you identify it's an imperative sentence. Okay, and its structure is let plus object plus be plus verb 3. Number 2, if the sentence starts with do not or don't, that's why you identify it's an imperative sentence. That's why you use here let not instead of do not. Then object, then be, then verb 3. And number 3 is if the sentence starts with never, that's why you use let never, then object, then be, then verb 3. Okay, so student, we will meet in the another class for the next part of the voice. Okay, today my class is over. Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye.